Elsewhere, the federal government has committed to the speedy passage of the Endangered Species Conservation and Protection Bill 2024. At a policy dialogue on the proposed law, Minister of the Environment, Balarabe Abbas, says if passed into law, the negative impact of wildlife trafficking will be greatly addressed. Correspondent Joke Adisa reports, and will be back with business news.
A report by the Environmental Investigation Agency, EIA, says Nigeria is a key transit and export hub for large volumes of forest elephant ivory destined for Asian markets. Experts say organized criminal networks based in Nigeria operate to traffic large volumes of ivory in the absence of effective law enforcement to serve as a deterrent. The end result is the loss of economic and other benefits of wildlife, including employment opportunities. It is in addressing these challenges that the Parliament considers the enactment of an entirely new law. The House of Representatives believes the issue of wildlife trade requires stricter enforcement, community engagement, and international cooperation.
This bill strengthens the legal framework for Nigeria in combating wildlife trafficking. It models the provisions of existing guidelines and establishes more stringent penalties for offenders, thereby serving as sufficient deterrents to intending offenders. The aim is to dismantle the wildlife trafficking networks and disrupt their supply chains.
For the Nigerian government, outdated laws and legislations remain one of the challenges confronting sustainable forest and biodiversity conservation.
Although Nigeria is being dubbed as a transit point for wildlife trafficking, we are not losing sight of such crime being perpetrated domestically. The various subsisting laws and legislations have proven to be inadequate in addressing the problem.
The United Nations Office on Drug and Crime insists the penalties in the existing laws do not accord wildlife crime the seriousness it deserves.
Pending the adoption of the bill, Nigerian law enforcement authorities cannot fully activate the provisions of the UN Convention against Transnational Organized Crime and cooperate effectively with their counterparts in countries of origin, transit, and destination.
The consensus at the policy dialogue is that the proposed law will fast-track progress in the fight against wildlife and forest life. Hopes are also high that it will catalyze the protection and conservation of iconic species, particularly those endangered. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.